Thanks to 1-800-Flowers for sponsoring this update. Show your mother how much you appreciate everything she puts up with, because you know it's a lot. Get 24 multicolored roses for $24 when you visit 1-800-Flowers.com, click the radio icon, and use offer code NO. Welcome to the Know, I'm Ashley. It's a whole new week, and that means a bunch more news. Hold on to your butts. To start, Rockstar has just announced that we will be getting a better look at the year's most anticipated game, if it's your most anticipated, later this week. Red Dead Redemption 2 is getting a brand new trailer Wednesday, May 2nd, so keep an eye out for that. Rockstar confirmed the trailer drop via Twitter, stating it'll be out 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So they're announcing an announcement. It's my favorite. Hopefully this time we'll get more of a look at the game in motion, because so far all we saw was some story information about the game, not really an in-depth look at how some of the systems and gunplay work. Of course, even if they don't, we all know we'll probably be getting it anyway. But hey, it would be nice, Rockstar. Xbox may not be enjoying the highest hardware sales this generation, but you know what they've got in spades? Engagement, according to the head of Microsoft. CEO Satya Nadella said in the company's most recent earnings call that where Xbox beats the competition is that gamers simply interact more on Xbox than they do on other consoles. Nadella told investors, "So first is, the console itself is the highest engagement console out in the marketplace. So anytime a new game, whether it's first party or third party releases, the fact that Xbox is where the best engagement is driven benefits us. So as a platform owner, that's a great growth area for us. But we don't stop there, because now we have, whether it's Xbox Live, whether it's Game Pass or Mixer, these are all additional opportunities to really serve the gamer as they play more games or watch games on different platforms." Pretty bold claim to make. We'll see if they announce more ways for gamers to engage at E3. I've certainly got my eye out. I want to see what Spencer's got planned. One thing we do know for sure is coming to E3, a new CD Projekt Red RPG. The company's now officially confirmed that the game they're showing off at E3 is indeed an RPG, thanks to the company's just updated E3 exhibitors page. I wonder what game that could be. Obviously, seems to be even more proof they're going to be finally unveiling Cyberpunk 2077 at the conference, which has been the subject of loads of rumors and reports over the past few months. The exhibitors page also confirms it'll be coming to PC, Xbox, and PS4. Huge surprise there. The most recent rumors about the game claim it's a hybrid FPS of sorts, playing out in a very similar way to the Deus Ex series, which also you could probably call RPGs. But who knows, maybe, I don't know, they're just trolling us and this is going to be a big old Gwent sequel. They wouldn't do that to us, right? Everyone's itching to yank PUBG and Fortnite's Battle Royale modes and create their own versions of the popular genre, but one publisher is saying, "No thanks, we're good," and that is Microsoft. Xbox boss Phil Spencer wrote on Twitter, "Millions are playing Battle Royale games right now. I don't want to just build one because others have built them. Fortnite Battle Royale is massive, PUBG is huge. New Battle Royale variants being built by some very quality devs I'd rather support unless we find something special in first party that's a different take." So that sort of closes the door on building something new around Battle Royale for them, at least, but does leave it open for mixing up the mode in a first-party title to bring something new to the table. Also, they are the only console that has PUBG, so they've kind of got it cornered already. Now, just about every single game this fall is abandoning October to make way for Red Dead Redemption 2. They're just scooting as far away as they can, and it looks like yet another game might be doing the same if a new retail listing is any indication. Amazon Italy threw up a listing for the upcoming Soul Calibur 6 this weekend, marking it for a September 27th release date. As always, that could very well be a placeholder. September 27th isn't a Friday or a Tuesday, which are the typical release dates for games, so maybe not quite as likely that it's the real thing. Still, might at least give us some idea when to expect it. But come on, look, I know you guys are trying to clear the way for Red Dead Redemption 2, but you're all gonna devour each other if you all keep loading up September. You gotta think of the wallets. We've only got so much money in them, please. Blizzard has been quietly working on a new first-person shooter since at least 2016, and now we have a tiny detail about what that project might be. According to a job posting, the developer is looking for a senior game designer for the project, and as part of the requirements, it lists that the candidate must have an absolute passion for playing and creating PvP game experiences. It also says the candidate must have experience with current competitive action or shooter games, which I don't know, kind of sounds like Overwatch, but no, Blizzard lists the game as an unannounced project, so it'll be interesting to see what they're working on. one of these days. It looks like Bungie is finally going to officially release the Music of the Spheres score from the original Destiny, and hey, only took 3.5 years. You might remember that the piece was composed by ex-Bungie employee and famed composer Marty O'Donnell, who recorded the music along with help from none other than Paul McCartney. Apparently, they were going to release the music at the same time that Destiny released back in 2014, but that never happened, and O'Donnell was later fired from the studio. There was a whole messy lawsuit afterwards, and the Music of the Spheres work was never released officially, even though it's since leaked out. But apparently, all that's about to change. Bungie community chief Cosmos said on the Destiny subreddit that the developer is going to release Music of the Spheres soon. So, hey, that's good news if you're an original Destiny fan. It would be cool to finally get it. So, a lot of people saw Infinity War this weekend. Like, a lot of people. Disney announced this morning the final numbers for the latest Avengers movie have destroyed all previous openings in the history of cinema, coming in at a mind-blowing $640 million worldwide just in the opening weekend. To put that into a little bit of perspective, the previous worldwide box office record was Fate of the Furious, that's right, with $541.9 million. Infinity War killed it here domestically as well, blowing past Star Wars The Force Awakens to become the highest grossing opening weekend of all time. The new number to beat is $258.2 million. So, ready for one final giant number? As of now, Infinity War has pushed the MCU's total worldwide box office to $15.4 billion, which is a lot if you're keeping track at home, further increasing its franchise lead over Star Wars, which sits at $8.8 billion, just to give you a little picture there. Of course, there are a lot more MCU movies to spread it across. Also, cementing MCU itself as the most lucrative franchise in history, and that's without everyone and their grandmother buying their ticket for next year's as yet untitled Avengers 4 that's gonna please hopefully resolve everything that happened in Infinity War. Also, a couple really interesting figures. The worldwide gross did not include China. It doesn't open there until May, so that's pretty huge. Avengers 2 did $155 million in its opening weekend in China, so that would have pushed the numbers even higher. And this is another one just off the top of my head. With the runtime being 2 hours, 40 minutes, that means there are fewer screenings per theater to make all that money off of, which means every theater in the world was showing this movie. And then like one other one off to the side with like Black Panther. Netflix subscribers have made their demands pretty clear. Give us more genre stuff. And Netflix is responding. According to analytics firm Ampere Analysis, more sci-fi fantasy is what subscribers are demanding, becoming the #1 genre desired by Netflix's huge base. Well, these streaming giants got you covered, boo! More than a quarter of Netflix's projects in development are sci-fi and fantasy, including a new sci-fi show called Another Life, starring Battlestar Galactica's Katie Sackhoff. No doubt the huge success of stuff like Stranger Things, Lost in Space, Sense8, and The OA have led to subscribers wanting more of that kind of stuff, and Netflix, with their, $8 billion production budget this year, more than happy to deliver. Some of the biggest chip makers in the world have been accused of fixing the prices of DRAM memory chips. A class action lawsuit filed in California accuses Samsung, Hynix, and Micron of limiting the supply of DRAM chips a few years ago in order to drive up the prices. This apparently happened between 2016 and early 2017. During that period, the price of chips went up 47%, and the companies saw their revenues more than double from DRAM sales. An attorney for the firm that filed the suit, Steve Berman, called it a classic antitrust price-fixing scheme in which a small number of kingpin corporations hold the lion's share of the market. He added, instead of playing by the rules, Samsung, Micron, and Hynix chose to put consumers in a chokehold, wringing the market for more profit. So we're going to see what happens with all that, but it is worth noting that Berman's firms sued over this before and won a $300 million settlement against 18 DRAM manufacturers in 2006. So they've got a little bit of practice there. Alright, that's the news for this roundup. Let us know what you think of all of the updates in the comments down below. To make sure you get all of the news from every corner of the internet every weekday, like this video, and if you're new to our little channel, subscribe to the know. Shout out to our sponsor, 1-800-Flowers. Of course, we all love our mothers every day of the year, but it's nice to have a dedicated day to say, hey mom, thanks for putting up with all my crap and for, making me and stuff. Well, Mother's Day is coming up here in the US, and you can get a bouquet ordered and delivered right from your PC or phone or whatever you're watching this on. Plus, getting it ordered early is good because it's really easy to look at the calendar, figure you've got tons of time to sort something out, and then slips your mind until the day of. This way you get it sorted out easily and early. 1-800-Flowers is offering a gorgeous bouquet featuring 24 roses in a rainbow of colors. And right now, you can get these lovely smelling roses at a limited time price of only $24. That, if you do the math, is $1 per rose. The roses are picked at their peak and shipped overnight, so they'll be fresh and beautiful on the date you want them delivered. To get your bouquet of 24 multicolored roses for $24, just hit up 1-800-Flowers.com, click the radio icon, and enter code NO.